Kōrero. I'm Pii-Tuulia. I'm an associate professor at EIT in Hawke's Bay. And today I'm going to be talking to Chris Beard, who is the CEO of ISANA New Zealand, about the new framework he has developed. Chris has a wealth of experience in international education, having worked in the sector for 30 years. And in his role, Chris collaborates with education providers, government agencies, and peak bodies across New Zealand, as well as in Australia. And Chris is also a co-chair of our International Education Research Forum, and works as an adjunct teaching fellow for Victoria University of Wellington as well. So Chris, you have recently developed this new framework, which is called the Interdisciplinary Framework for Intercultural Relations, or IDRF in short. Could you tell us a bit more about the framework and what actually inspired you to develop it as well?
Yeah, kia ora. Thank you, Pii-Tuulia. I really do appreciate that introduction, and just loving this interaction and exchange with you. And we just love supporting your work as well, which we're looking forward to profiling. So this framework has really come from my experience in the international education sector. Firstly, just with a lot of interaction with international students across different contexts, teaching contexts, support contexts, in terms of developing, different approaches to supporting their adjustment and acculturation into Aotearoa, New Zealand. This experience stimulated my interest in international education as an interdisciplinary exercise. And so this framework, the IDIR framework, highlights 7 key concepts that I've identified and has been critiqued by a number of scholars now. I think is ready for practitioners and those working at the coalface to use, working with not only international students, but cross-border learners, those that have come into the country, or new settlers, refugee background learners as well, to assist practitioners helping those students who are negotiating some of those cross-border dynamics that are unique to them. These are dynamics that are not experienced by, domestic students in the host country. So yeah, it's been developed for practitioners. I'm excited that for the concepts that are provided, they provide an evidence base, but they're also highly practical, with opportunities to explore measures and to explore strategies for responding to these international students' unique needs.
Yeah, great. Could you maybe choose 1 or 2 insights from that framework and explain to us how it could help practitioners, and how could practitioners use those insights in their work?
Yeah, so just very quickly, one is, say, from cultural psychology. It's the concept of double engagement. And this speaks to the need of those who are new, sojourners, those who are new settlers, or those in minorities. The research in this space shows that if they can or are encouraged to integrate, and by that means affirm their heritage culture on the one hand, but then positively engage with the host culture on the other, that those who pursue this strategy are more likely to have better health and well-being outcomes, academic outcomes, etc., etc. Of course, that's helped by the host institutions and communities if they show what's called a diversity responsiveness. If they are responsive to these diverse needs, that certainly helps that strategy. The other one is from applied linguistics and TESOL, and there are different names for it. I've used the concept text coverage, and that's just really referring to the size of their vocabulary. So a new student, a new settler in a country, very often does not, they are trying to get to grips with a second or third language, an additional language. In New Zealand's case, it's English. And what we have from this discipline is an awareness of their smaller vocabulary sizes, and what that means for entry-level English students, and what that can mean if this is missed by teachers, lecturers, those in student support services, these students having smaller vocabulary. So sometimes we can slip into lexicon and speech in which we're just kind of almost subconsciously addressing domestic students, native English speakers. And so identify the risks around that, identify some measures and some strategies in response to that to ensure that we're providing tailored support. In the New Zealand context, we have the Education Code of Practice, and at its heart is a mandate to be providing tailored support for diverse learners. And so, yeah, these are two concepts. There are 7, Pii-Tuulia. Really looking forward to presenting these, offering these up for discussion, and the other concepts as well.
Yeah, it seems quite innovative. Have you seen something similar in other contexts or other countries that have been kind of using a similar interdisciplinary approach? Or is this something you came up with?
Yeah, I guess it is something that I have evolved through probably 10 to 15 years or more, but it's always been in concept with people like yourself, with master practitioners. We have a fellow association in Australia, ISANA Australia. I've been fortunate to have a little bit of discussion, Kōrero, with Dale Deerdorf, who is the chair of the Intercultural Competencies chair, currently based in Stellenbosch University, South Africa. So, yeah, it is something that I'm presenting, but it reflects a lot of expertise, and so this is an opportunity to consolidate it. And what I think where we are being innovative in a New Zealand context, we're trying to consolidate this so it becomes its own subject discipline, so that we're able to develop a specialist profession to serve international students, either enrolled in New Zealand courses or coming to Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Perfect. And how can people learn more about the model and potentially give you additional feedback or insights into it as well?
Yeah, thank you for the question. They can go straight to the ISANA NZ website and just choose contact in terms of contacting me there. So that's ISANA NZ. That's our website, and isana.nz. And yeah, so on April 17th, I'll be presenting this framework at our symposiums, the Transitions Symposiums, hosted by Massey University College. And so that's a single day symposium, presentations, workshops, lots of rich discussions and coming together. And this is where I guess we'll be launching this framework, and we'll begin inviting the profession and the wider international education community to contribute to it. It's going to have its own wiki-style organic development. We're going to invite moderated input. So we're very excited about the opportunity here to really catalyze and spark up, I guess, ignite a community of practice around this.
Ka pai. Thank you for leading this work, Chris.
Ka pai. No, thank you. And I really appreciate your time, Pii-Tuulia. And yeah, I love the exchange, and ka kite anō.
Good.